right.
Okay, I was like,
Welcome on
does
in.
God work? I'm gonna say something. As soon as we
Welcome to the
started,
podcast.
as soon as I hit go live, it's like, Windows Firewall would like to block access to your microphones. I'm like, no, you freaking not
No!
again, not again.
So,
So,
we got a little
my
bit of a
computer,
late start.
yeah,
Uh,
computer messed up again. I think what happened was, so we mentioned on here earlier, um, I think about a week or two ago that I was having PC issues where it was randomly crashing. And apparently there was an update that rolled out in January that was affecting Windows 11 users and specifically people who had Intel systems. And it was an update that was causing all kinds of issues with like black screens of death and all kinds of crashes and stuff. So I downloaded a fix for it and I think I got it working. But in the process, I downloaded AVG, forgetting that I already had Malwarebytes. And I guess AVG just hijacked my computer and decided that it was going to start blocking access to things with my firewall. So we spent 30 minutes before this thing started just to get his microphone to work.
yeah.
So
I could hear Alden, but Alden could not hear me.
you probably heard me. My soul.
Oh, I heard a lot of things.
Oh my God. I'm so tired of this.
Viper sounds like a robot. Hopefully not. Okay. Well, I am very
He sounds good on
robotic.
my end, but I don't know anymore.
Maybe it's just me.
I guess we'll find out in post.
Fix it in post, kid.
Like none of these episodes sound good anyways, but anyway, as you can see, if you were viewing or listening, we do not have Doc tonight. He is indisposed. So it is just the two of us tonight. But we are in here with episode 26, 27.
27.
27.
Yeah.
I was afraid I labeled it wrong. It is.
Oh, you may have, but it says 27 on the thing, so we're going to go with 27.
Good. 27's right. 26 is last week. Episode 27. It is Friday the 13th, February 13th, 2026 at 9:26 Eastern p.m.
Time.
Anyway.
So, Alden, how was your week?
Well, Monday was... What's up?
I said, as you drink a Monster. That kind of tells me how your week went.
Monday, I don't even remember what happened. Tuesday, I don't remember Tuesday.
I feel like this week has been the longest week.
It's been a horrible week. Tuesday, I remember getting a call while I was at work from my daycare saying that my son woke up screaming and his arm was in pain, and we couldn't figure out why. It turns out he had just slept on it wrong and it had fallen asleep, and he had never experienced that before. But anyway, my mom went to get him because she thought he was hurt. It turns out he was actually sick, though, and ended up throwing up the car. So I stayed home with him Wednesday, took him to the doctor. He had a stomach virus. My wife stayed home with him yesterday, and then then as she was leaving yesterday, we were going out for my youngest son's birthday. My mom calls and says, "Hey, your wife's tires are completely like bald." I'm like, God.
Against bald people.
So I sent her to get tires today, and so that was like over $600 that I had to spend. So
no, I'm right there with you.
My week has sucked. I did get my taxes filed though, and
I ain't even started.
Thank God for the tax credit because I'm getting a little bit of money back. And I ordered some more games that are not here yet.
What'd you order?
Star Ocean: The Last Hope and Tales of Symphonia Chronicles for PS3. So
nice.
Added to my backlog.
The mysterious backlog. Oh. Yeah, we had some money.
Off camera.
We took my wife's car in to get serviced and brakes done and tires done and oil changed and all that stuff. So, yeah. But we are kidless tonight because the in-laws are watching him.
That does make it easier. I am not. I have both of them.
But somebody has a birthday today. Right?
His birthday's today.
Isn't little J Man's birthday
No, it
today?
was yesterday.
Oh, was it yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, happy late birthday, little J Man.
His party's tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
But
And somebody has a birthday tomorrow. Doc
so,
has a birthday
let's see.
tomorrow.
I'll say Doc's busy tomorrow.
I would say so. But overall, I mean, the week went fairly, I guess, smooth. Nothing really too crazy. Um, I mean, nothing really jumps out to me at all.
My week was just rough because of work. We have
Yeah.
well, at New Year's, one of our coworkers retired, and then another one's been having health issues for like the past 6 weeks, and then another one was on vacation, and then today another one made it a 4-day weekend and went out of the state. So half of our office was missing today, and
Hi,
I'm
Doc.
just so tired. Doc says hi
Doc says hi.
from the ethereal realm.
Oh, so we're gonna cover a couple topics today. We're going to talk about ska music. And then we're also going to dive into I know transitions, kid, but we're also going to talk about the state of play that happened yesterday. So I guess we'll start off with the state of play.
Okay.
Overall,
Were you disappointed? I was.
I don't know if I was disappointed. I don't think that state of play was for me. I can say that much. There was a couple of things that caught my eye that I kind of want to try to play the first game of, or at least one of them. And it's the what is it? The Kenya
First thing they led with, yeah, Kana.
Kana.
So actually, that one's on my backlog too. Bridge of Spirits
Yeah,
was on premium at one point, and I
they
downloaded it.
made that trailer look fantastic.
The original game was supposedly really good, and I never got around to playing it.
I never did either, and they took it
I
off
want
PS
it.
Plus. So,
Yeah.
I, one of these days I want to get that one. But there wasn't a whole lot for me. I mean,
Mm-mm.
to be fair, I was looking for two things particular, even though I knew it was a long shot.
I'm gonna go with Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 and Kingdom Hearts 4.
That may be the winner.
That
I
was where
mean,
most of us were.
we didn't have high hopes for Kingdom
Hey,
Hearts 4.
at least we got a fourth trailer for a game that comes out in 2 weeks.
That is true. My mouth is dang watering for that, but
I'm excited, but at the same time, like, do we really need another trailer for this game?
Far. Yes, we did. But one thing that came to my eye that looked really, really good was they're making a new Silent Hill game.
We'll talk about
How do you
this.
feel about that? Okay. Do you want to go through the list and kind of talk about each one?
We're coming back to Silent Hill because we're going to talk about Silent Hill tonight.
Okay. Yeah, that's fun.
It's probably what we're going to talk about most of the night is Silent Hill. But
that's perfectly fine.
Things that I was excited about seeing. Obviously the new Kana game, which I cannot remember the name of it. No, the first one was Bridge of Spirits, but this new one's called something of something.
Something. It's called something.
Scars of Cosmora. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool because the first game looked really cool, and I like the gameplay loop, and I like the art style. I like her character. Just everything about it's cool. I was excited to see the Legacy of Kain Defiance remastered. I never really have played
I've
Legacy
never
of Kain.
played any of those. I know a couple of those are on PS Plus. And
I played Soul Reaver, the demo for it back on PlayStation 1.
How did you feel about that?
Cool. I thought it was cool. So
was it like a hack and slash or a strategy?
Oh, it's more like a hack and slash, kind of like a
hack and slash,
like a Devil May Cry kind of game. From what I remember, I could be completely wrong, but I thought that was cool. Control Resonant has already been revealed, but
I have absolutely no desire to play that.
I only want to play it because it's in the same universe as Alan Wake.
Oh, okay. I haven't played any of the Alan Wake. It just didn't resonate with me. Yeah. I mean, it's just I don't know. It just didn't grab my attention. Not many things grabbed my attention during that whole how long was it? An hour and 20 minutes?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
I mean, it was a long state of play.
I missed a lot
Um,
of it because I was
oh,
sitting in
did
my
you?
car waiting for my wife to get there because we had to switch out cars because we were going to Build-A-Bear for the Jay's birthday.
Yeah.
So I missed part of that, and then we got there and it still wasn't over yet. So I was like, okay, I'll catch it later. So I missed the God of War trilogy remake. That's going to be kind of cool, I guess.
That one mm, I'm excited about, but I don't know if it's like an instant grab.
Yeah.
Um,
Rayman coming out today was cool. The original
okay,
Rayman.
I never got into the Rayman series.
I had the original. It was one of the first games I ever got on the PlayStation 1 when I was like 6 or 7 years old. God dang it. Uh, um, I can't.
What?
Why do we always say 6 or 7 now? I hate that so much. I said it like 3 times yesterday. Every time I did, my wife went, and I'm like, stop it.
Yeah, my wife did that to me too.
But it was one of the first games I got. I think I got my PlayStation 1 and I got Spyro the Dragon and like Rugrats Search for Reptar and Rayman, I think all together.
Search for Reptar.
That was a fun game, dude. That's
I don't know if I remember that one.
You played as all the individual Rugrats characters and you had to find all of Tommy's puzzle pieces to his Reptar puzzle. And you played through levels that were based on episodes.
I know they made a couple of Rugrat games, but I only remember playing one, and I don't even know the name of it.
Oh, dude, I actually have it right here. Hold on.
Okay. Maybe if I see it, it'll actually. Okay, yeah, that's the one that I played.
Dude, it got greatest hits.
Yeah.
Critics
That's the
know
one I
what's up.
played. Is it
Yeah,
the one that had the putt-putt in there?
Yep.
That's the only thing I remember from that.
Both of the PS1 actually had
Okay.
the second one was called Studio Tour, and it was like you went to like a movie set, and all the characters played through individual things. Like one character had like pirate levels, one had like space levels, one had western levels.
I don't remember that, so it had to be.
It wasn't as good, but it wasn't bad. I remember it being glitchy.
Well, most PS1 games are, to be fair.
Beast of Reincarnation was interesting just because Game Freak is making it, and I was like, oh, look what they can do, and they're not bound to making Nintendo Pokemon games.
Yeah. That one looked cool. Let's see. I got a list of things that have been announced for it. The 007 First Light trailer. I have no interest in it. I was
about to say, from a game standpoint, it looks good, but I've never cared about James Bond.
I never have either. I'm not a James Bond guy.
I don't like spy fiction.
Never liked any of the movies. Loop or For Loop.
For Loop.
Yeah. Let's see. Following up from, I mean, it looks like one of those multiplayer games. I'm not the audience for it. I don't play those.
I didn't see that one.
The Beast of Reincarnation, which is the one we just talked about, that looked decent. I mean, it looked like if it was on PS Plus, I would try it.
Yeah, I'd like to see more gameplay of it.
Exactly. Let's see. Brigidon Abyss. It's your typical fantasy strategy RPG.
I didn't get to catch that one. I'm looking at the thumbnail for it right now. I want to know who made it, because that could be a lot of things.
Let's see. A blast from sorry, I'm kind of reading. It didn't say who made it.
Okay,
but it looked decent. But again, I'm not really a big strategy player. The Castlevania game, they're coming out with a new one of those.
That could
Castlevania's Belmont's Curse. I've never played a Castlevania game. I'm never played a Metroid Prime game, so I don't know if I'm into those.
Metroid. Well, see, that's the thing. That's the thing about Metroid. Metroid's two different completely kind of games. You have Metroid and Metroid Prime.
Well, I mean, that style of game.
Yeah. Well, Metroid games are all the two-dimensional, progression and re-exploration, whereas the Metroid Prime is all like a 3D action adventure shooter, still focused on, getting new stuff.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
But the side scrolling ones are really fun. Some of them are better than others.
And then,
Harder.
we did go over Control Resident, not my style of gameplay, um, so it wasn't for me. Crimson Moon, I don't really remember that one.
I thought it was gonna
Um,
be a Darksiders game at first.
that's what it looked like, and, I mean, would I play it? Probably not. Um, Darwin's Paradox, it was the octopus game.
Yeah.
That one looked cool to watch, but I don't think that I would play it. Dead or Alive 6. Now, let me tell you what, I love a good fighting game, but Jesus. Dead or Alive is a series that's, if you know, you know. Their physics carries that game. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they had a beach volleyball game that tells you exactly what you need to know. Dress Death Stranding 2 on the beach. I think that's comes to PC. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not really important to me because I don't play PC. The God of War trilogy remake. Now it is a remake, so that kind of interests me. It was at the beginning of production, is
Yeah.
what they were saying. So it is going to take a while to come out. Um, the Ghost of Yotei Legends, not my style. I have not played either of the Ghost games.
Yeah.
I kind of do want to try to play Ghost of
Tsushima. Yeah, it's on my
Tsushima.
list. I just haven't played it
Yeah,
either.
I don't know if I want to stream that or if I want to play that offline. There is a John Wick game now that did look pretty cool.
I immediately
Um,
knew what that was gonna be when it first started.
oh really? I had no clue. And then
You can just tell.
Kenya Scars of Samora, that one looked really good. And then you said The Legacy of Kain, Defiance Remastered, and then a marathon game. It's
Yeah.
like a first person
There's
shooter.
been a lot
Have
of
no,
marathon coming out.
yeah, not my style of game. And then the Marvel Token, the Fighting Souls. Now that actually did look pretty good. I mean, a fighting game is a fighting game to me. But that one did look pretty cool as far as graphics goes, and reminded me a bunch of Marvel versus Capcom style of playing. Um, and then probably what Doc is going to be most excited about, it is Metal Gear Solid Collection Volume 2. I have never been into the Metal Gear Solid. I don't do stealth. So again, that's not a game for me.
Yeah.
But
I was kinda cool to
okay.
see that finally coming out because I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's right, they never did Volume 2, did they? Because Volume 1 came out, like, 7 years ago." Um,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I'm also like, it's just 2 games, 2 of which I've never played. I mean, I have a
Yeah.
PS3 still. I could play, Guns of the Patriots, but also just
I
don't
still have
don't
one of
care.
them on my PS2, and, maybe I'll try it during my Tuesday Night Chaos run. If I don't like it, I'll I'll move on, but, and then we have Mina the Hollower. Do you remember that trailer? I don't.
Mhm. I remember, they announced it, I think, at, like, the Game Awards last year.
Okay. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Um, probably one that one of the ones that I'm excited about is the Neva
Yeah.
prologue. That one's really good. If you have not played Neva and you like, um, graphic storytelling, I mean, that game is fantastic for that.
I've heard it's good, and I wanna play it, so
It is coming to PS Plus, this month if you have PS Plus.
I'll pick it up. Yeah, I've had Plus
Um,
for, like, 2 or almost 3 years now.
yeah, so it's definitely one to grab a hold of. And then they did go over all the PS Plus stuff coming to, um, the original, um, of Neva is coming to that, and also Spider-Man 2. I have not played Spider-Man 2, so I was really excited about that.
Did you like the
I
first
did.
one and Miles
I
Morales?
did not like Miles Morales.
It was too short and it felt very similar. I did like the setting. I liked it being at Christmas and the New Year's was kind of cool. The snow was cool.
Yeah,
I didn't care as much about the story on that one.
yeah.
Um,
But I did
Speaking of
like the
number
first one a
2,
lot.
there are a lot of people don't like. There's a lot of things that people don't like about number 2, and I can't really get on board with any of it. I think number 2 was great. I still think number 1 probably is the most solid game, but
Yeah.
then number 2 is extremely fun.
My brother-in-law praises it. He absolutely loves
I
it.
love it.
So,
I got it. My mother-in-law bought it for me for Christmas in 24, and
yeah.
I had it finished with a platinum in less than a week. That's all I
Oh,
did.
really? Okay.
I mean, all I did for like a week was play it. I loved it.
Yeah. They said a couple of those games, the platinums is fairly easy, and then some of them take, 100 something hours.
The
Estimated.
the only thing that's stopping me from having platinum to the entire series right now is the fact that I played the PS5 versions of 1 and Miles
Mhm.
Morales first. So
Gotcha.
instead of getting to use, they utilize the auto pop. Now I have to go back and play the PS4 versions as well.
Gotcha.
But yeah, they're not that bad. Technically,
And
I have 1 movie
then
left on number 2 because they made an update with like a new game plus until I have to go back and play the game again.
okay.
So
And then next is Pragmata.
I've been seeing a lot about that game. They've been pushing that heavily for about a year now. It's still
I
they
I
just
hadn't seen it before this, and the gameplay looked interesting, but it's definitely
yeah.
not something that I would go out and spend money on. The next game I thought looked crazy. It's Project Windless.
Oh, the giant
Do you remember
chicken.
that one?
Yeah, I knew we were
Dude,
going
I
to
was
talk about the
like, "This
chicken
is
man.
KFC. This is KFC, the story." Um, I thought that looked so fun and entertaining.
It's cocksoles.
That's so funny.
No, it looks interesting, but yeah, it's weird. But you
Yeah,
know what? That sometimes is what you need is an oddball kind of out of the. I
yeah,
mean, because my biggest problem was no matter how good a game is, when I watch these things, I'm like, okay, here's the next game from Bungie that looks like Halo 7. Here is the next hero shooter. Here is the next gritty war
yeah.
game. I was like,
Especially when you do a lot of, like, the anime type RPG that look identical to each other. I think it was one of the ones last year. Maybe it was Summer Game Fest, and, I mean, there was a lot of anime games that was coming out, and
dude,
it was one after the other.
if PlayStation's not even as bad as Nintendo is for when they do their directs,
Yeah,
oh my gosh, it's like there was one year they did a direct and there was 5 farming sims in the same direct, and
yeah.
I'm like, oh my
Oh my
god,
goodness.
like you can only play so many.
Yeah. Alright, after KFC The Story, we have Rayman's 30th anniversary. We already
I
talked
might
about
pick
that
that
one.
up. It's only $20. I might go ahead and pick it up.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm never played a Rayman game.
it was hard. It's a hard game.
Okay.
It's one of those
I know
point and
you
shoots.
just finished playing it, right?
No,
On your
I
stream?
haven't played it since I was a kid.
Oh, I thought
I
you
was playing
played it on
Kronk.
stream. Oh, okay. Gotcha. And then, the next one we're both pretty pumped about that we knew that we was going to love is Resident Evil Requiem.
Yeah, I was debating playing Village
Are
today,
you gonna stream that, or are you wanting to play it off stream?
playing it off stream because I
Yeah.
haven't streamed any of the series yet, and I don't know if I'm going to stream any of the series.
I
So
I do like the fact that you can switch between third person and first person is what it looks like.
yeah,
Um, Now that may not be the case,
I
and part of it is first person, part of it third
I
person.
think that both you have the option of both with both characters, but there primarily is that what's her name? I forgot
Yeah,
her character's
the
name.
girl.
She's Grace. Is her name Grace? She's going to be primarily first person. Leon's going to be primarily third person, but you can switch the two because she's
And
more
I think that's
atmospheric stealth.
probably how I
action.
would play it
Yeah,
because, you know, Leon, you gotta have third person. It just would feel weird doing a first person with him. And then we have Red Noir.
yeah. I saw Red Noir.
I don't
Was
remember that one at all. Brand new JRPG. So,
I'm very iffy on games that have that very anime art style,
yeah,
because there are so many of them that it gets muddied for me, if they're
yeah,
good or not. But some of them are great. But
yeah.
some of them are also
The
just
one that I played that, I think I actually want to save to play on stream. I just started it just to see how I enjoyed it and kind of how I vibed with it. But the Grand Blue Relink, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink,
Yeah, Grand Blue's a kind of I don't know how big of a franchise it is, but it's a franchise.
yeah, it looked really cool and it felt really good to play. So I'm probably going to choose see if I can stream that sometime. And then the next one is Saros. Do you
That
remember
one
that one?
has been getting a lot of coverage. Like, it had a whole
Really?
section of Game Awards last year devoted to it. Like, they are
Oh,
pushing
okay.
that one heavily. So I don't know if it's going to be a major flop or a major success, but I don't think it's going to be anything.
And a lot of these are coming out this year.
Yeah.
Like, that's one thing that I was surprised at. It was, it's out today or it's out, in the next few months. I mean, Saros is coming out um, April 30th.
Oh,
So that's,
didn't know it was that soon. Wow. Okay.
yeah, a lot of these are super quick. And then we'll actually skip that one because that one's probably going to be our last one to talk about. Star Wars Galactic Racer.
I'm not really big into anything Star Wars game.
I'm not. Now, do I enjoy the movies? I enjoy the movies for what they are. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. I've watched a couple of the seasonal or shows on Disney Plus. I watched The Mandalorian, the first, I guess, 2 or 3 seasons of that, and then Obi-Wan. I really enjoyed Obi-Wan. But other than that, I'm not too big into Star Wars. I'm just right there at the base level of it.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember this one at all. It's Yoko Cinnabus or Cinnabi. Oops. I don't know how to play it. It's a
Cinnabon,
4-player
I walked past
online.
it last night.
Who what?
I said Cinnabon. I walked past it last night.
Oh, did you keep walking?
Yeah, I didn't have
Or
the
the
time.
smell bring you back? And then the last one that we'll probably talk about a lot is the Silent Hill Townfall.
Yes, we will.
So, Silent Hill is a series that I'm not really that familiar with. I know that
And
you and Doc are
I
both pretty
I
serious.
know it better than I know the Bible.
Well, that's not saying much for me.
Well, I grew up in Southern Baptist, so
Oh,
but,
me too.
but no, I'm very familiar with Silent Hill, and I'm a very, very big fan of it. And for a while, I was very
It
disappointed with
looked
it, and
fantastic.
now I'm very scared of the series. Um,
Really?
and I'll go into it. Tell me what you think of the trailer and how you feel about it, and then I'll tell you.
I feel like it was trying to compete with Resident Evil, which that's what they've been doing all along. Um, what I've seen from all other Silent Hills is that it's psychologically, and I picked this up on whenever I played a little bit of the remake of Silent Hill 2 as more psychological than actual, horror and action, which is what Resident Evil brings you. I thought that this looked really good. I thought it had, from what I saw in the trailer, an in-depth, real story. I know I watched you play Silent Hill F, and that one had a pretty deep story from what I saw you play of it. So how'd you like that game
I liked F.
without like any spoilers?
It was one of my. It was a game that I liked quite a bit, but here's what I have to say about the series. So, if you're not familiar with Silent Hill, I do apologize that I'm about to derail this entire podcast talking about it.
Oh, there it
Silent
goes.
Hill, a little backstory for the series is it started in 1999 with a group working at Konami called Team Silent, and they were basically a B team of, I don't want to say second rate artists, but they were basically the lesser important to Konami, and they were tasked with creating a new product. And this is after Resident Evil came out. So Resident Evil came out and it blew people away. Capcom like just basically defined, didn't even want to say redefine the horror genre, because before that we had like Alone in the Dark, and that was about, and maybe Clock Tower, and that was about it. But then here
Yeah.
comes Resident Evil, and you've got this Hollywood action zombie survival horror game, and people were like, "Oh, this is it." Well, then Konami's over here like, "Well, we want some of that. Let's do it." So then they make this team to compete with it and make their own game. Well, it was like something was like never going to happen with it. They're like, it's never going to work. So Konami's like, all right, well, this is your project. Make a game. Just do it. So then the team came together and they're like, we're going to do this. So they forewent the, the Hollywood style of, you've played Resident Evil, you know what Resident Evil looks like. Even from the very beginning, it was survival horror, but it was kind of more of a action-y. They wanted to do something different, so they created Silent Hill. I could talk all kinds of small details about Silent Hill, like the one of the most iconic things from the series is the fog, and the fog was originally just created as a means of hiding draw distance. So they made it just so the game didn't look like it was so you couldn't tell that the game wasn't loading in. It was a workaround that became a staple. But like this team came together and made this game, and it I don't want to say redefined horror, but it made a new kind of horror. Whereas Resident Evil is survival, run and gun horror, Silent Hill was psychological horror.
Yeah.
The problem was things went south after Silent Hill 4. So Silent Hill 1 came out and it was pretty decent in its reviews. Silent Hill 2 came out on the PlayStation 2 in I think 2001, and even though we talk about it as the greatest horror game of all time, it came out to kind of mediocre reviews as well. Like, it wasn't bad, but people weren't enamored with it. It came out kind of elevated itself later in time. After that, they created number 3 shortly after, using a lot of the same.
Now, I haven't heard hardly anything for 3.
3 is amazing.
Is it? Okay.
It is. 3, so I don't want to spoil anything, but 3 is a continuation of number 1. Whereas 2 is more standalone. 3 ties directly into number 1. 4, a lot of people get number 4 wrong, and they think that it was a spin-off game originally. It's not a spin-off. It was created at the same time as number 3, and people say it was never supposed to be a Silent Hill game, but they just slapped the name on it because that's what's so different. They just want to do something different with it. It was always supposed to be a Silent Hill game, but it is different. So basically what happened is Silent Hill 1 came out pretty good, 2 came out pretty good, 3 came out really good, 4 came out not as good. For whatever reason, Konami decided that was it, and they scrapped Team Silent, disbanded it. It was over. They didn't want to drop the IP, though, and at this point, they pushed it off to Western developers. After that game, you had Silent Hill Origins, you had Homecoming, you had Shattered Memories, you had Downpour. These were all different games, and they were all made by different Western studios. Vatra Games, Double Helix Studios, none of them the original Team Silent. And when that happened, there was a major shift, because the biggest thing that created Silent Hill was it was a team of Japanese creators drawing their inspiration of what they thought the West looked like. Because the entirety of the Silent Hill series at that point took place in Maine. Very heavily inspired by Stephen King, David Lynch, Adrian Lyne, stuff like that. It was all set in New England, in this small little town, but it's what, from the Japanese perspective of what they thought it was like, kind of like a spaghetti Western in a way. But then when you push it over to the Western developers, it's now a Western take on what they think a Japanese person thinks that the Western looks like. So they missed so much of the subtext of the series. But the biggest problem, and I promise I'm going somewhere with this, that I saw with this is no one knows what the town is about. So you've probably heard, if you know anything about Silent Hill, is that Silent Hill is all about guilt. And to an extent, that's correct. But that's because people have such a fetish for Silent Hill 2 that they think the entire series is like Silent Hill 2, and it's not. The first game in the series is about a dad whose kid goes missing in a town that has a creepy cult who's trying to birth a god. That's it.
Oh, wow.
The third game is a sequel to that, with the cult trying to birth that god again. The fourth one is about a serial killer who's trying to perform a ritual by killing 21 people because he thinks that the apartment that he was abandoned in when he was a child was his mother. And he's trying to kill enough people so he can be reunited. These games are not all the same. Number 2 is about a man who gets a letter from his wife who supposedly died 3 years before, and he's
Yeah.
going to meet her because, if I start getting a letter from my dead wife saying, "Hey, I'm hanging out, come chill," I'll be like, "Oh God, what's going on?" So all these are self-contained stories. They have things that are similar, but without spoiling anything, the big draw to number 2 is the entire game is very thinly veiled that it plays on your psyche. A lot of things that develop in the second game are based on things that you don't know, like observational. Your actions will will change your ending. Like if you take too much damage, or if you spend enough time with your companion character, or not enough time, or if you read certain objects. Like all these things will slightly change your ending because it's a psychological profile that's building in the background. You don't know about it. A lot of games have done that to death now, but this was in
Yeah.
2001. No one had ever heard of this. It was insane at the time. And the whole theme of that game was about like guilt and like retribution. The first game wasn't. The first game was about a father trying to find his missing daughter. It was a very bare bones story. The third one is a continuation of that. That's what I'm saying. The problem is so many people became obsessed with that psychological thing of number 2 that once Team Silent disbanded, every developer since has tried to create the same story as number 2. It's always, I am been summoned to Silent Hill because it is trying to teach me about my sins or something. Like every game is about the main character has done something really wrong. Let's find out what it is. But it's like that's not what the game is about. The game was about a cult originally. It was about a cult. There's debates on if the town itself, what the town is. Is it part of another world? Is it a real reality? Is it an overlapping reality? Does it have magic powers? Is it really testing people's, morals and stuff? That's all debatable. But what's not debatable is that the newer games are just flat out saying, "Oh, that's what it's about. It's all a psychological profile." And what's made it worse now is Silent Hill 1 takes place in Silent Hill. Silent Hill 2 takes place in Silent Hill. Silent Hill 3 starts out in a neighboring town and moves to Silent Hill. Silent Hill 4 takes place in a town outside and has little parts that overlap with Silent Hill. Silent Hill Homecoming and Origins, those are both the first 2 that came out after the team disbanded. Origins firmly takes place in Silent Hill before the first game. Retcons a little bit of stuff, but it's still in the town. Homecoming starts off in another town and jumps back and forth between it and Silent Hill. You can kind of forgive it. It does even more retconning than Origins does. I hate that. And it borrowed too much from the movie, which is another can of worms. And then Downpour was the last one that came out in the main series, and it takes place in another part of Silent Hill. Downpour has problems, but overall, it felt pretty good. Here is when everything started going south. In 2021, Silent Hill had been dead for years. Downpour came out, it failed. They made a game for the Vita called Book of Memories, which was basically a Diablo ripoff, and it was terrible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it sucked. And then Silent Hill kind of died, and then all of a sudden, Konami's like, "Hey guys, we got a surprise for you." And you see the Silent Hill logo, and we're like, "Oh God, really? New game?" It's a pachinko machine, and we're like, "Really? This is what you're going to do to us?" And then it was such a slap in the face. And then the series went dark forever until around 21 or 22 in the pandemic. We get news that we're getting a Silent Hill transmission. And when that pops up, they said, "All right, guys, here's what we got. Silent Hill 2, getting a remake. New game called Silent Hill Townfall coming out." That was announced like 4 years ago, by the way. Silent Hill, there was another thing that was called Ascension, I think it was called. It sucked. We'll talk about that later. But then that day, they're also like, "And we have one more thing for you." And then they released this little thing called Silent Hill: The Short Message. The Short Message is a free-to-play game on your PS5. You can download it right now. That is supposed to be the reintroduction to the series. And it did one of the worst things that has ever been imagined. For one, the game is not set in Silent Hill. It's not even set in the United States. It's not even set in North America. It's set in Germany.
Okay.
That by itself is not inherently bad.
It's just
But
random.
in the very first part of it, you can find a newspaper ad, for one, that references the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm like, all right, you already lost me. Stop talking about COVID in video games. We're trying to escape from the reality of the world right now. It just feels so weird. It's like it's like when you're playing a game, it's like, hey, guys, are you on Facebook? I'm like, Facebook should not exist in this universe. Shut up.
Right.
But no, they're talking about COVID. But then they start talking about the 4 words that have really made the community mad. The Silent Hill phenomenon. And that is an in-universe explanation that it's basically, I feel like I have to read this to you. I don't like this. From everything,
because I've never heard this.
From everything you've heard me say,
all new material.
This is what it says. Okay. You will read this newspaper clipping in the short message. The Silent Hill phenomenon. The suicide rate increased around the world in large part due to the struggles brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic, with countries still unsure how best to handle the issue. These trying times have also given rise to a strange phenomenon in many areas. Those affected suddenly claim to see fog even on fair weather days and lose consciousness shortly after. This has come to be known as the Silent Hill phenomenon, named after a similar event that occurred in the eponymous U.S. town. The first to propose a theory explaining this could be happening is Dr. Redacted, a social psychologist at Redacted University, who had the following to say about the matter. To one who is psychologically unstable, fog represents uncertainty and sensory illusions. When in a state of high stress, one's vision may become obscured or tunneled as if the wandering through a dense fog or mist. Societal uncertainty or apprehension about the future manifests as fog, thus blurring the lines between illusion and reality. As time goes on, we are seeing more and more cases of the Silent Hill phenomenon. In response, Dr. Redacted calls for a rapid rebuilding of society as well as a stronger emphasis on counseling and mental health care for the young. Basically, that is this developer's way of saying, hey, everything you've ever played in Silent Hill before, yeah, that's all in people's heads, and it can happen anywhere. It's not really important. Silent Hill, the town doesn't matter. This happens everywhere now.
Not gonna lie, that would piss me off, too.
Oh, we were all like, what are you talking about? Because it's like...
I mean, the only thing that would make that somewhat chewable is, it's fake news.
Yeah. So, on the surface level, yes, that completely destroys the lore and tries to rebuild it. But the problem is, you had a team who created the lore. The company above that team fired them all and gave the lore to someone else, and they're like, oh, no, this is the lore now. And like, no, that's not right. Wow. And that's the problem, is you had the short message in Germany, and then you had Silent Hill F in Japan, and now you have Townfall, which is going to be in the UK. And we're seeing it. We have not had a main game set in the actual town of Silent Hill since 2012. Unless you count the remake for number 2 and the remake for number 1 that's coming out probably next year. I don't understand how you can do that. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't mind that a game's not necessarily in the town. One of the cool
things. So you think Silent Hill is moving towards the series being a named series, then just focus on one story that's bringing it out.
It's like, see, Resident Evil did the same thing, but the problem was Resident Evil wasn't called Raccoon City. It was called Resident Evil. It never relied on Raccoon City to be the focal point of the series, which is why when it gets blown to pieces at the end of number 3, spoiler alert for a 30-year-old game.
Wow.
It doesn't matter. Whereas Silent Hill, it's like, at this point, it's like...
It does get referred to.
It's like, Jesus Christ, what we're going to do, play the new Silent Hill game. At the very end, it's like, you see a sign, it's like, it has magically changes to Silent Hill. It's like, the real Silent Hill was the friends we made along the way. I'm like, shut up.
Oh, God.
It's what it feels like. It's like, it's their way of saying the town doesn't matter anymore. It was never about the town, because they're trying to make it sound like the town never existed. They're making it sound like it's like, oh, well, because here's the thing about the game. It's long been debated. You played enough of number 2 to know that the town was really foggy. Did you ever see the first Otherworld transition where things started getting like dark and like every game?
I ended up in the hotel and I saw
Like the hotel at the end, or the apartments? The apartments.
Apartments.
I was gonna say, God, if you got to the hotel, why didn't you finish it? You had like an hour left. You don't really see the otherworld there is an otherworld transition in the apartments on the remake. In the original game, there wasn't.
Okay, I'm only playing the remake. Yeah.
The otherworld is basically when the reality shifts and you hear like this air raid siren, the walls and the floors all start changing, everything gets weird. And it's always been debated on like, is the otherworld a different plane of reality, or is the person manifesting something in their mind? Are they hallucinating? Because there's like this one really good instance in number 3. Not really a spoiler, but it is a great moment. There's this creepy guy. His name's Vincent, and he's a member of this cult. And you play as this girl named Heather. And at this point near the end of the game,
which one is this one?
Number 3.
Okay.
You play it. There's this awesome scene. It's so good where, you've been playing this game for, hours at this point. You're mowing down monsters in your way, fighting, to stay alive. And you get to this point, and Heather says something to Vincent, and he goes, "Don't act all high and mighty. I've seen the way you look when you snuff their lives out." And Heather goes, "Are you talking about the monsters?" And he goes, "They look like monsters to you?" And he goes, "I'm just joking. I'm just joking." And like, you're left more like, is he? What? And it's so unnerving, but that's what made the original series so good, was all the subtext and the weirdness and the uncertainty of it. But it's like the new developers they're like, I know what Silent Hill is like. I'm going to make my own Silent Hill. And it's like, no, you're not. That's not, you're misunderstanding it. And it's so hard to watch. It's not as hard to watch them mess it up as it is to watch people who don't know the old games like, they got it right. I'm like, no, they didn't.
So that brings me to an interesting question.
Yes, please shut me up. I've gone on too long.
It's along the same scenario. But do you enjoy cult material in games, movies, TV shows, whatever it is? Do you like watching how a cult plays out?
If it's done right, yeah, it's interesting.
Like watching stuff on Manson, watching for me it was stuff for Bray Wyatt, because he had a cult following whenever he first started in wrestling. And then the cult stuff that you're talking about in Silent Hill 1 and 3, and the one that I played I think last year is the cult following in Far Cry 5. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you like that kind of stuff? And in Resident Evil 4, it had a cult kind of aspect to it. Do you enjoy that in your entertainment?
It depends. This is going to sound weird. If the game is about a religious fanatic cult that does very dark things and has a dark tone, I find that interesting.
Okay.
But if it's going to be like a game about like a cult of personality, I hope at some point I get to take down the leader. Like Far Cry 5, whatever the guy's name was.
Yeah.
Like
Joseph somebody.
Joseph something. The only thing I want to do is like, I want to put this guy underground at this point.
That's what I kept saying too.
It's like, but Silent Hill's not like that. It's not like a cult of personality. The leader of the cult is not like a larger than life, revere me. She's just more of a like a, we have to birth the god kind of thing like that. And it's like, okay, weirdo.
I kind of love that stuff. Like I love that involvement.
You would like the first Silent Hill game, especially, and you would like number 3. But number 1's getting a remake next year.
Probably not the original.
Yeah, the original's janky. I mean, it's so old.
I have a problem with tank controls. And
that one had tank controls.
Yes, a lot of PS1 has tank controls.
So they gave you the option of turning it off in number 2, the original number 2, but number 1 had no option, so you have to play it with it, and which is like, oh, I don't want to do that. But no, it's confirmed getting a remake. So as long as Bloober does as good of a job with it as they did number 2, I think you'd like it. Because whereas number 2 is, wandering a town looking for your supposedly dead wife, number 1, you're looking for your daughter who has gone missing, and then you have this weird cult woman. And this thing is, the whole game is not devoted to the cult. The cult's in the background. It's part of the lore, like more like a. So that's where Homecoming went wrong. Is that game's also about a cult, but like near the end point of the game, you're fighting the monsters as much as you're fighting random cult members running at you. And then we're like, I don't want to fight cult members. I want to fight monsters. But the first game was like, no, the first game was just monsters all the way, and the
That
comp
was
was like,
already
yeah, it was a framing. We might be putting off the ska talk until another night.
We
It's
may.
fine. It wouldn't really fit well, anyways.
It's all good.
Just pull out your trombone and start playing. But no, I feel bad that that I went on this 30-minute diatribe and Doc's not even here because he might be like, I know what you're talking about.
He's having date night. He's
It's
off
fine.
his-
He's probably having more fun, anyways.
Yeah.
But no, like I like the Silent Hill series. There's not a game in the series that I despise. But
With so many people having their hands on it, that's actually super surprising.
yeah, I mean, the gameplay is still, they all have something serviceable about them. Like, my biggest problem with Downpour was the focus on combat, the breakable weapons. Nothing wrong with Daniel Licht, rest in peace. He was the composer for the show Dexter. He did the music for it. He replaced Akira Yamaoka for that game. I don't know why they replaced him, because he's back on the helm now doing all the new games, so whatever. It was weird the theme was written by Korn. I'm not joking.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
was a weird time.
I feel like that would be odd.
But the town itself was cool. The atmosphere was really cool. And the main character was interesting. His story was kind of interesting, but it borrowed too much from the old games. And that was the problem again, is they relied too much on the previous games because they didn't know how to do it. It's like, it almost had like Game of Thrones Season 8 vibes.
Okay,
Like,
I never got far into the Game of Thrones.
I didn't either, but I know very much that when they got to the Season 8, they kind of like ran out of original.
Is that the
source
last
material.
season?
Yes, and they're all kind of
Okay.
like, okay, what do we do now?
Starbucks cups on the
Yeah,
tables.
it just went south because
Yeah,
they
I know
didn't
that.
have a frame of reference. That's what it feels like Silent Hill did, is the first series you knew what it was supposed to be, and then the new developers came in, it's like, oh, we got to emulate the old one. It's like, no, you're not doing a good job at this. But I mean, like I said, I don't hate any of the games. I think Homecoming was really cool for a lot of the parts, but also had a lot of problems. But the Silent Hill 2 remake has given me hope, especially because Bloober did it. Because before this, Bloober had only made things like Observer,
I'll be
Layers
right
of
back.
Fear. Okay.
I'll be right back.
Layers of Fear, Blair Witch, and The Medium, which were all like decent games. But none of them were amazing. So a lot of people were concerned that the game wouldn't be very good. But no, Silent Hill 2 turned out to be really good. And then they made Chronos the New Dawn the next year, and it turned out to be pretty decent as well. So I have a lot of hope that it will be a good series or a good remake. I think I forgot to hit the pause on that. Uh-oh. Well, we're just going to keep talking. But anyway, yeah, I'm excited about. I'm still going to Townfall itself looks good. I don't want to. I talked at length about my problems with Western developers doing it. I will say though that it is being developed by Annapurna, who has made a lot of really good games. And it's being produced by Annapurna, developed by, I forgot the name of the studio, but they did Stories Untold with Devolver, and that was a really good game. And I can kind of see the influences. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I mean, I think Townfall looks really good, but I don't know what it's going to be. I'm cautious. What's really funny to me, and this is one killing me, is people are like, "Oh, you lost me at first person." I'm like, you all would not shut up for the past 15 years.
See, I thought that was
PT.
pretty cool concepts. And that's why I kind of matched it up to what Resident Evil is currently doing. Why is there an ad break? Oh, we didn't. We're in ads.
Yeah, I thought it did. So, also, I think I figured out what was wrong with the audio. I think it was all doubled up the entire time. So this episode's probably a bust.
Okay. Well,
anyway, so my it irritates me because people are like, they're so mad about the first person thing, but I'm like, you all also said that PT was the greatest horror game ever made, and that Kojima would
PT
have
was
absolutely
amazing.
saved the series. I'm like, yeah, PT was in first person the entire game too, guys. So
'Cause
whatever. People
the
just wanna have a reason to hate it.
whenever I played PT, it was actually over at Doc's apartment, and
Mhm.
he was like, "Hey, man, come check this game out. I want to see how you, feel about this new game." And I was like, "Okay, it's called PT." I was like, "Okay." So I checked it out, and dude, it was so cool.
I never got to play it,
Oh,
but
it was so great.
there is a game on your on PS4, you can
It's
play it on
called, like,
PS5 called
Exit something.
well,
Y
there's a game called Dreams. Have you ever heard of Dreams?
mm-mm.
It is basically a little developer tool that you can make your own games in, kinda like Roblox, but someone has, like,
Okay.
recreated PT to the best of their ability in it,
Really?
and Dreams has VR capability as well. So, I would be interested to try playing
So,
that
what I
PT remake.
remember of PT is you had to find something in this house, in this, like, long hallway. You had to find something that was completely changed or different, and then if you recycled
Yeah.
around, it was something completely different.
Yeah, the whole game
And
was, like, in a
then
loop.
yeah, and there's a game that's actually on PS Plus that's very similar. It's called Exit 8 or something like that.
Exit 8 is fun.
Is it?
Yeah, I played it on stream pretty early on in my on here, and,
Okay.
Doc was playing it recently.
Okay.
You should check it out. It's like, it's an anomaly detector game, so basically you have to go through these endless loops and look for differences.
Yeah.
Um, but, like, there's a finite amount of them, so, like, your goal is to get to the end of the 8. You have to get through 8 of them in a row without making a mistake, but then after you do that, then, like, the second part of the game is just, witnessing every one of them, so it's just like playing it till you've seen them all. There's no
Okay.
platinum, but there's only, like, 8 trophies. It's a really easy game.
Hmm.
It's fun. And there's a sequel called Platform 8.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. Well,
Well, so overall, was you impressed with what you saw at the State of Play?
no.
No.
The,
Okay.
like, 3 things that I'm excited about, and I already knew about like, as soon as Townfall popped up, I'm like, "Yeah, I'm not surprised they're showing it because they had already announced there's gonna be a Silent Hill transmission 2 hours later."
Yeah.
So which they basically showed 1 minute of gameplay, and then they just talked for, like, 20 minutes, and I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah, but like I said, going through all those games, a lot of those are not for me.
Yeah.
Um, Now I did want to see, and I'm still freaking waiting, is, Jurassic Park Survival. It's a
Mhm.
first person survival game, right after the first one movie ends, and we still have not had any updates on that.
See, here's my problem with the state of play. Everybody has things that they get excited about. Me personally, my biggest anticipation, except for the inevitable finally getting a trailer for Remake Part 3, is I wanna see what new games are coming to PlayStation, like the classics,
Yeah.
because I always keep hoping that, like, I got a list of games, Legend of Legaia, Mega
Mhm.
Man
Legends of
Legends,
Dragoon.
Dragoon's on there. It's already on there.
It's
And
already remastered?
not remastered, just, like, ported to the PS4 and
Oh,
PS5.
oh.
Heck, just the original Silent Hill, Rugrats, come on, port it. But I always hope to see those. That's the biggest thing I get excited about. But there's got to be a main course, and that's the problem. I think yesterday there was no main course. We needed something big to end on. We needed a new PlayStation
Now
staple,
they
a
ended
new
pretty big in my thoughts,
what did they end on?
announcing they ended on the, God of War remake trilogy and then the new God of War, game,
But
The
the new
Son of
God of War game
Sparta.
is a side scroller,
Exactly,
and the remake
and it's out, like, right now.
is just a is the remake trilogy, is it like a high def remaster? Is it like
They
a
didn't show
graphical
any
remake?
gameplay of it.
See, that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's not you need like a curtains close, lights go out, and here's
Yeah.
something we are
Oh, no, I
literally
completely
foaming
understand,
at the mouth to tell you about.
but
And they already dropped the ball on, the Game Awards last year with that too, because they announced that what was it, High Guard game that is already, like, dead on arrival.
I got
It's I don't know. It's like they don't know
I don't
how to structure. It felt like it was an hour of me eating candy and dinner never came. It's like
I gotcha.
I could enjoy the crap out of some candy, but I gotta have a sustenance base on it, or else I'm still gonna be hungry.
Yeah.
Um, if like that's what I'm saying. You can give me an hour of just whatever. But if you give me something really good to bring me home with, I'll go back and say, actually, all that stuff did look pretty cool. But if you leave me without a big thing, I'm like, I don't give a crap about any of that.
So there's a wrestler that has a show on XM radio, or he's part of a show that's on XM radio, and he talks about how you should build a show.
Mhm.
I mean, it would be the same kind of effect where he compares it to a Kiss rock show. You know, the first song you play is party or something really, really popular. You can play shit throughout the entire rest of it
Yeah.
and then end on "Wanna Rock and Roll All Night," and it's still gonna be a good show.
Yep.
So,
That's how it is. You have to start strong or end strong, or you have to have something strong in the middle. You have to have something strong somewhere.
yeah.
But like the ending is the strongest part because that's what people are going to walk away remembering. It's like, they could have walked out yesterday and they'd be like, first thing, here's the trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake. But if you go for another hour and you're just like, and here is a port of a game that no one remembers from 30 years ago, you're like, okay. And
Okay.
here's another farming simulator.
I think if they
Okay.
gave us, because the whole world was wanting, a few things.
Yeah.
If they gave us one of those, then the whole thing would have been amazing.
It would have been good. I still think, but that's the thing. If you ever remember all the good shows like E3 and stuff, the
Yeah.
biggest, most anticipated announcement was always the capstone at the end.
Yep.
So it's like,
I agree with you.
at least Nintendo still does that for the most part.
Even though it's 5
If they
simulators
even
in a
have
row.
anything big to talk about.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Poketopia is not not the big thing that we want to talk about.
no, I mean, I'm
That
still
game looks
obviously
fantastic.
excited about Townfall because like I said, I'll play anything Silent Hill, and if nothing else, it looks really good.
It looks
Um,
good. I
I
mean,
just
I'm impressed with it. I just, not playing any of the rest of the series, am I gonna know what's going on? Probably not.
probably will now at this point because they just decided they don't care about the established
You
stuff
know?
anymore. But also, to be fair, number 3 was the only game in the series that was truly a sequel, and even then, you didn't even know it was a sequel until halfway through it. It's a plot twist
Yeah.
that it's a sequel. A pretty decent one. I don't wanna spoil it. You should, definitely whenever
I don't know when
I
I'll
know unless Bloober drops the ball on the number 1 remake, number 3 is absolutely coming in 2029, I guarantee it. Um, the question is, will they remake number 4? Number 4 is a different bag because it was
well, they changed the mistakes for number 4.
cha you would have to significantly rebuild the game for number 4. Not to get back on Silent Hill again, but the problem with number 4 was rather than being a kind of like a linear quasi open world exploration game, it was
Yeah,
very much a number 4 is different because in the first 3 games, you're in a town and you have to go to A to B and C, but you can explore the town in little branches off, try to
yeah.
find hidden stuff in between. Number 4 was you literally wake up in an apartment that you can't leave because the doors chained shut, and then you find a hole in your bathroom that when you go through it, it takes you to like a different dimension. And then each time you go through it, the hole gets bigger and you end up in all these different places and you keep interacting with the world outside your
Wow.
apartment, but you always keep
That's
coming back
great.
to that apartment. It's a weird concept, but it was really cool. The problem was when you got to the halfway point of the game, you basically have to go through every one of the levels again as a companion quest. So think of like Ashley in Resident Evil 4, but
Yeah.
you're going through all the levels again while being chased by a serial killer.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Creepy, but I don't
Yeah,
want to play through every level again. And that's the biggest complaint people have about it. But I'm like, I don't know how you're going to rebuild the game without doing that because that was a significant part of the game. I don't know. It'd be cool.
yeah.
Maybe they could change it around enough to where it feels different. I don't know. It was a good game though. I liked 4. One of the creepiest vibes in the whole series. Walter Sullivan, one of the freakiest characters I've ever seen in my life. Straight up one of the best villains ever. He just for creep factor. But I don't know. We'll see. In probably about 6 years, we'll see if they're remaking
Yeah.
it. Konami flat out came out and said the other day, it's like Silent Hill is now an annual series. There will be a new game every year. It's
I remember you telling me that, and I was like, "Wow, they're actually holding up to that hype."
that's what I was
They've
like,
gotta
you haven't
have
even
more than just one studio working on it, though.
Yeah, well, that's the thing is Bloober's doing the remakes. Annapurna is publishing the Townfall. So it's like they've got all these different people, which Annapurna is good. They make a lot of good
Yeah.
games. And I cannot remember the name of the team who's developing Townfall. They haven't had a lot of things in the past, but they did make this game called Stories Untold. Have you ever heard of it?
Mm-mm.
You should check it out on PlayStation. It's a fairly short game. You can probably do the entire game in like 6 hours. But it's really good. I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to spoil it, but it was made by Devolver Digital, which Devolver has a great track record. So yeah, check out Stories Untold. It's a cool little game.
Okay.
But yeah, I think Townfall has the potential. I just don't like this Silent Hill phenomenon thing, and
Yeah.
I'm scared to see where it's going. But if you want to see what the short message is like, it's a really good looking game. The character models look a little janky, but the environments are like, wow. It's like, it looks like PT. Like, it
Oh,
looks
wow.
really good. But it's hard at the end because there's like the whole last section of the game is this giant chase sequence where you have to find all these items, and if you like get caught, you have to start the entire thing over. And it's like 10 minutes of running around.
That's not for me.
It was made me rage. Like, I was so mad. I almost didn't finish the game because of that last section. I was just screaming at the TV. But it's only like a 2-hour game. So, but yeah, Silent Hill's in a weird place. It's in a limbo of sorts, which is ironic because that's kind of what the whole game is a limbo.
Yeah. You got anything to plug this week?
I'm going to try to finish Sly 3 this weekend. I didn't
3?
stream Wednesday because Alden was sick, and I didn't stream last night because we didn't get home from the mall until like 8:45. But I'm going to stream fairly late tomorrow and fairly late Sunday because I'm off Monday. And then Monday, I'm going to do a day stream. I'm going to play a little Gator game in the dark, the new DLC that came out yesterday, which I'm super excited about because Gator is my homie. I love Gator game. Super cute little cozy game. If you've never played it, it's good.
Ooh. I'm going to start Crisis Core Saturday.
Did you finish the intermission DLC?
I did not, but I didn't.
Oh, dude, you got to finish it. You're almost done with it. You're halfway done with it.
I got to the Shinra building, so I probably don't have too much left.
No, finish it. Go ahead and finish it.
I'll probably finish it offline.
Oh, it's so important to the story.
I mean, I'll finish it.
No, you got to stream it, bro.
No. Okay.
Dude, it's good.
Well,
the chapter 2 is better than
how much longer do I have left in it?
Like,
if I got to the Shinra building.
Probably less than like 2 hours.
Okay.
There's like 2 or 3 bosses in the Shinra building and you're done. You okay, honey? Oh, my buddy coming here crying. Okay. We're going to wrap tonight.
All right.
Come here, buddy. What's wrong?
All right. Well,
I don't know what's wrong with him, but he came here upset. So, I'm gonna go check.
Thanks everybody for tuning in, and
I apologize for Viper's the horrible audio that I know it's going to be on post when I hear it.
It's going to be robotic.
Once Emily said it, I saw the desktop audio was turned on. I was like, oh God, the microphone's been doubled for an hour. So apologize.
No, you're good.
Come here. Okay, we're gonna get out of here because he's upset. So we won't rate out this time, but okay, we'll see you guys later. I'll be live tomorrow. Viper will be too. Go check him out as he hopefully finishes intermission.
Maybe.
Please do. Just do it. Okay. But I'm heading out. See you guys. I hope you have a great night, and we'll catch you next week. We might be having a guest. I don't know for sure it'll be next week. We have a guest signed up. He signed up for multiple weeks, so we'll figure out which one is going to be. But until then, have a great night, guys.
All right. See you guys.